Why many Northerners are silent on insecurity. Aisha Yusufu. Of all the regions in Nigeria, the northern region is the one part that is most affected by insecurity. Thousands of Nigerians in that region have suffered in the hands of Boko Haram and bandits. There has been frequent kidnappings, killings, destruction of properties, and in the last few months, the evil perpetrated by bandits in the area is alarming and sad. In the early hours of Friday, these criminals attacked a school, Federal College of Forestry in Kaduna State, and abducted some students. Recall, this is not the first or second time this is happening. Many schools have been attacked and students kidnapped in the last few months. It's become a norm and a tradition. These insurgents seem to be feeling stronger, and Aisha Yusufu is obviously not happy about that. Reacting to the incessant attacks, social political critic and human rights activist, aka active citizen, Aisha Yusufu has slammed Northerners, stating that they are silent and comfortable with the situation just because the leader of the country, President Buhari, is their brother. So they are determined to die in silence and pain. In her own words, she says, many in northern Nigeria are okay with the situation because Buhari is president. When they are tired, the number they used to vote for him, they will use to make him resign. When we are ready when they are ready. Absolutely true. And of course, a lot of reactions to our comments. And someone says, the north is the safest region in Nigeria. Stop making people afraid. Those bandits are just members of the state in charge of taking care of northerners, and government pay them for their services. Stop criminalizing bandits and herdsmen. They have rights to do what they want to do. This person's obviously being sarcastic. Somebody says, the problem of Nigeria can't be solved until we learn how to speak the truth, not minding your ethnicity. Northerners are quiet about the activities of Boko Haram and Fulani bandits because they think Buhari is their brother. Time is up. The north would be the north would be worse than Somalia. The way things are going, it will not be a shock. Somebody says, are you sure they will be tired? May God help us. I am 100% with you. Somebody says they have forgotten how to hold their meetings in their mosques. I think my personal opinion is when it comes to mind control, in some ways we are all controlled. And of course, there are certain influences that, that have power over us as a people, which sometimes are unidentified. But the perfect play of mind control, especially using religion and tradition, works perfectly in the northern part of the country. It's like, it's just perfect there. Like it's a perfect situation. It's just perfect. And it's just, the mind control there is crazy. Like, it's so bad that it's so obvious even for other people under control to see that, whoa, that's a whole different level of mind control, because it does not make sense how you like to suffer in pain. And I don't understand if it's a culture that comes from this thing of you ride or die for your identity, you ride or die because your brother is in the presidency. But you've got to understand that, again, it's so hard because, again, if they don't speak up in mass, therefore one can safely assume that there is no problem. And that's where the problem lies. Because, again, it gets to a point where you can also choose to be violated. You can also choose and give consent for your government to violate your human rights. And therefore, in this world of political correctness and in this world of your rights, freedom of speech, your consent in every fashion or whatever, it seems as though they've consented to it. Because if they've not consented to it, then they will not enable such behavior or just go along with it. Because the southern part of Nigeria are fed up. And this is why a lot of people are like, it is very unrealistic for you to keep preaching one Nigeria. Because when you've got more than half of the population, I would say, not understanding ways in which they're being violated, and the other half do, how do these people cross paths? And let's not even add the question of ethnicity, religion, different ideologies and all that. It gets very, very complicated. And so, again, if the northern part of Nigeria is not ready, there will never, ever be the one Nigeria that we all dream of. Because again, if it's, I guess it depends on what people can handle. It depends on what people can handle. But people are saying that, the north could be worse than Somalia, and that could very well be true, because the more you're silent, you are emboldening, you are encouraging, you are giving more power to these forces to keep violating you time and time again. And so, yes, we are one Nigeria, one Nigerians, but are we obliged to keep up with the backwardness of another tribe? I do not think so. I do not think so. Absolutely not. And as much as, yes, we are different in all our ways and all that, but the leader of the country, the leaders, they are the ones that are meant to push this togetherness and oneness in terms of equality. When they treat us all as equals, then we know we're one. And I think that is the proof. Because again, with the country just letting northerners go, just being lenient in terms of the application of the law when it comes to northerners, it shows that there's a bias towards them. There's a sort of benefit, but it still doesn't make sense. And again, it is very, very frustrating. Why are you not fighting? Because the southern part of the country has not even expressed at least 20% of what the north is going through, and they go and protest. So yes, even with all the threats, people will still come out, especially in the south. But in the north, I don't know. It's hard because you never really know. It's like, what kind of test do they want? Like, what more needs to happen before they speak up? Because time is not a joke, and it's sad, because how far do you want to be pushed? Because the southern part of the country has not even gone through what the northern part has gone through, and they're already out here protesting and doing the most. So it's like, if this is not oppression enough for them to, get everything together and just be like, what is going on? It's sad. Somebody says, honest, truth, hypocrisy in the north is top notch. Someone says they don't even have that number. Suffering and smiling, but to them it's normal. Then there is nothing good about suffering. We are ready when they are ready. Exactly. And for change to happen, and if we really want more Nigeria, the northern part of the country needs to be on board full time. It's sad, but it is what it is. It is what it is. And now, I don't feel like another person is obliged to wait for you to get to that point of realization, because at the end of the day, everybody's journey to freedom is very different, and we will not wait for anybody else to get to that realization. You can get there, but not at the expense of my own freedom. God forbid. So again, I think Nigeria should separate, and the southern part of the country, because the northern part is not proactive, and to be honest, you can't believe in with such backwardness. It's like an unintentional enemy of progress, because a lot of factors have caused that. But still, the southern part of the country needs to start asking questions, because the southern part of the country, I feel like they're a bit more, I don't know, the belief of one Nigeria is still very prevalent, and I'm just like, really? But we need to start asking questions like, on what basis and what grounds did we get independent so we can separate and get this over with? Put what you think in the comment section below, and do not forget to like and subscribe.